For us Christians who truly believe that the Holy Bible is the Word of God, the literal truth, one person is held up as the Antichrist, Charles Darwin, for leading millions of Christians astray with a different kind of creation, evolution by natural selection.
Who is Charles Darwin? He is only one of the most famous scientists in history, of course. He briefly explained the fundamental scientific theory that evolution was caused by natural selection, that human species and animals shared common ancestors. This groundbreaking idea caused controversy in England and changed the way we see the world. Charles Darwin was born in a British wealthy family back in 1809. His parents wanted him to become a doctor or a priest, but little Darwin was looking at this environment rather than what he was told to be. In 1825, his father sent him to the University of Edinburgh to study medicine, and he later on transferred into the Christ College in 1828 in Cambridge. At Cambridge, his role models were clerical naturalists. These men were ethically upright, professionally ambitious, and did the science for the glory of God. Darwin learned his ambition in science, and then came his chance to sail around the world. When he graduated in Cambridge, that time was rather idling what to do with his life. He was invited on board as a naturalist. He boarded the HMS Beagle and did not know that this voyage would be one of the most important voyages ever taken. What I found out when reading about Darwin's history and biography was his love and delight for the natural world. In the voyage that nearly took 5 years, he didn't waste any of his precious time. He always took the opportunity to traverse new land and ecosystems as soon as the ship has arrived at port. At the age of 22, his round-the-world voyage took him to South America, Australasia, and Africa. He ventured onto dense rainforests, climbed mountains, observing, collecting animals and plants along the way. This voyage also gave him a lot of opportunities to collect and compare fossils. For instance, Darwin found a fossil of a species that looked like a giant capybara, one that looked like a giant armadillo, and one looked like a giant sloth. And he thought to himself, what if these creatures did not just exist coincidentally to look like modern animals, but just actually ancestors of them? When he arrived in England, he wrote his meticulous field notes and he published the zoology of the voyage of the HMS Beagle in volumes from 1838 to 1843. And after that, he also began working with other scientists as well. Charles carried on and continued publishing respected books and articles related to science and natural world. Other than that, he was also trying to work on his theories that would later on shock the England society. He was also trying to answer difficult questions related to the natural world. He knew that his theory of natural selection would collide with other religious accepted ideas about creation. After observing along his life and experimentations, he really did not just believe that the world just started or was created in just one snap according to the Bible. There's gotta be more than meets the eye. Even with the roadblocks along the way, in 1859, he published his most famous book on the origins of species by means of natural selection. It caused a lot of controversies, but was accepted by many. He became a celebrity in the scientific community and shocked Britain. Like Copernicus in his time, Darwin changed something ideally relevant by explaining diversity is a process, a biological process, that does not have any interference with God. In his theory, Darwin placed humans on the same evolutionary level as all creatures on the planet. More than 150 years after Darwin's theory became known, we know that evolution is a fact. The Earth keeps changing dramatically, and we keep changing with it.